Okay, so our rating's continuing to go down. It's Thursday. Okay, so a bit of a different thing there then. What's happening here?
By Representative Masayoshi Shido, who may be
Oh.
forming a new party.
Oh, it's Mr. Clean or Dr. Dirty or whatever the heck.
We now resume our coverage of the Phantom Thieves, the suspects for Mr. Okumura's death and others. The police have designated the Phantom Thieves as the country's most wanted fugitives, and have decided to reward anyone with information leading to the capture of the Phantom Thieves.
Look.
Those who provide information will be offered a reward of 30 million yen. And considering the high amount, it shows how extraordinary the situation has become. Reward money will be supplied by the police and the families of the victims. Further,
If I report you to the police and they arrest you, I supposedly get 30 million yen for it.
Wow, can I get some? That's insane.
I hope you understand the situation you're in. Even people who didn't have an interest before will be on the lookout for the Phantom Thieves. And it'll happen every day, even at school. Why did this happen?
There was no choice.
That may have been true, but still. Well, how do I put this? I'm sorry I didn't realize it. It's also my responsibility that this happened. All I can do now is give you shelter. Just don't become desperate and do something reckless, all right?
Don't worry.
I won't sell you out. As long as you're here, there's nothing to worry about.
I feel bad about what we've done to the chief. I'm responsible too.
Did you see that reward? Perhaps we put too much pressure on them. With this, the Phantom Thieves have become public enemy #1. Exactly. That will be when their curtain falls.
I'd say we have the trinity of baddies. SIU director, Mr. Clean, and Akechi. Can't believe how big the bounty is. We should look for the Phantom Thieves ourselves. Akechi suggested they go to the school, right? Yeah, but let's not. It's been too many mental shutdowns as it is. Probably be the end of us if we start sniffing around now. But 30 million yen, man. Just let me dream a little. It's quite a decent bit of money. Alright. It's afternoon. I'm getting texts in class again. Yo, you see the news? I braced myself for this possibility. Actually having a wanted notice out for us feels kind of weird. I'm not sure we're gonna get away this time. Our backs are truly against the wall now, and I still haven't unlocked your confidant. What the heck? Discussing it here won't do us any good, though. Let's talk more in person. Okay. I want to be able to go to Mementos. That's what I want.
We're wanted now, and the reward's 30 million yen? What is this, a comic book? It feels so unrealistic I can't help but laugh.
We're finally being treated as actual criminals.
I'm positive now. Remember all of those what-ifs I mentioned before? All of this was truly set up. How President Okumura ranked first, the Fad before that, even Medjed. It was all to make the Phantom Thieves famous. On top of that, we were lured to target Okumura. Yeah, the enemy likely planned to lay the blame on us from the start, after we gained popularity.
Then what about everything we've done until now? Are the people whose hearts we changed and thought were corrupt actually not?
No, because of Yusuke and I. The Madarame and Kaneshiro cases were coincidental. Wasn't that the case with Kamoshida too? Considering what happened with the rankings, only the previous target would have been used to lure us.
What a cheap trick to use.
Cheap? It's nothing of the sort. There's the fake Medjed and the site's altercation. They might have even engineered the Fad around us. So much time and effort has been put into this. President Okumura probably wasn't their only target. Perhaps they intend to place all blame of past and future psychotic breakdowns on our group.
That's why I said we shouldn't jump into things so carelessly.
What, so this is my fault? Even you agreed to it in the end. And there was that thing with Haru at the time. How are we supposed to ignore that, huh?
I'm sorry. This was all because I one-sidedly decided that my father was a criminal. All I could think about was my fiancé. If I had only been able to cope with it more calmly... Haru?
It's not Haru's fault. I should have spoken up too when Principal Kobayakawa died.
Damn it! This is bullshit! God! Fuck! Ah!
Ryuji! Taking out your frustration on things doesn't help anyone!
Hey, what do you think? Why did we lose? What did we do wrong?
We were manipulated. They baited us. I don't know.
It's probably because we weren't acting like ourselves.
You're not you when you're hungry.
Agreed. At the time, we only cared about the opinion of the general public.
Yeah, that really is it. I was so caught up in making a name for ourselves. I'm such an idiot! I became a phantom thief because I hated those same kinds of adults!
To think we had begun clinging onto fame and a place to belong that our eyes had become clouded.
We were meant to be the righteous phantom thieves, but we lost sight of our original cause. I'm so irritated with myself. Makoto.
Damn it! I know that we've been set up, and that I was a complete idiot too, but still, it's so damn frustrating! Of course I want to do something about this!
Yeah. We'll be in deep water at this rate. However, we have no idea who we're up against, and whether they're an individual or an organization.
Furthermore, they must be in a position of power, or have powerful backers if they can go so far.
Are we really a match for this?
Should we end this now? I mean, things might get worse for everyone.
Hey, what should we do?
Let's turn the tables. I don't know. Yeah, everyone listen to me.
Yeah, running away with our tails between our legs is exactly what they want. We'd be dumping everything we stand for just to save our own asses.
I see.
I take back what I just said. I can't let it end like this. Absolutely not like this.
Looks like we're settled on what we want to do. All that's left is how we go about it. Yeah.
Who's texting me now?
Hey, it's me.
Oh, that's a call, not a text, I guess.
Yelling earlier, being framed, and the added bounty. It all felt like such bullshit. I lost it. I'm sorry.
I know how you feel.
You too? It is confusing. We're wanted criminals now.
Yeah, so let's just discuss this over the phone.
It all since that time we went up against Kamoshida. I wanted to be a phantom thief because I thought even someone like me could be a hero. It made me so happy to be depended on. Guess it all went straight to my head. I thought I could do anything if it was for justice, but that'd make me no different from our targets. I called them shitbags, but I must be the shittiest of shitbags. I can't even joke about it.
You can still change.
You're right. I can start by changing who I am now. Thanks. I feel like I can think straight now. Oh, I scared Haru and Futaba, didn't I? I'll have to apologize to them soon. See ya.
See ya, man. Alright, do I have this evening to do something? What, it's just gonna fade through black just to, have me go on my phone again? I got a message from Akechi-kun. He wants us to gather at LeBlanc tomorrow after school. What does he think he is, trying to boss us around like that? Tomorrow? That's sudden. This is directly after the reward announcement. There must be a calculated reason for this, too. He's gotta be involved in some way. He's totally leading us on, like, a certain way. Right? We'll be okay, right? We'll manage. It's a video game. I'm sure the story will work out eventually, right? Yeah, we're going to overcome this together. But, like, we already know that things are going to go wrong in this upcoming palace, because the upcoming palace is the one from the beginning of the game, like the very intro sequence where we're at the casino. We get arrested by the police and stuff, and then we get taken in for questioning that we've been doing throughout the whole game, here and there during the little future segments with Say. So, like, we know that the police are gonna come in and arrest us and stuff, so I feel like Akechi's probably gonna lead us on through the palace, and then sell us out to the police, and then we get arrested. Is probably what's gonna happen, because we already know we get arrested there. Or Joker does, the rest of the team doesn't, but Joker gets arrested. Regardless, I don't want anyone disturbing our pace anymore. Let's go about this calmly. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
We've reached a crucial moment. There's no point fretting about it now, though. Let's just stay calm and wait for tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, can I go out? Can't let things end here. I need to figure out who's behind everything. Mr. Clean's probably behind everything. But, Palace is your favorite BGM? Is it gonna be a real slapper? Let's do it. Bam. Nope, I can't quite go out. So, my social stats are all A-okay. I have lots of lockpicks. I can unlock some new locations by reading, but I can do that on the train as well, potentially. I mean, how many books do I have of locations? Because I'd like to save, like, a couple for doing on the train. Otherwise, I'll just train. Different type of train. Hey, how did exams go? Perfect! Oh. Guess you can't judge a book by its cover. Then maybe you didn't need this. Oh well, take it. Oh, the blonde charm! I made it myself. It's got my finest coffee beans in it. I wanted to give it to you before the exams, but well, you still have more tests. Don't let up on the finals. I think I'm gonna get arrested before the finals. Whims of Fate is its name. Pretty sure it's almost over. Why did it end up like this? I've listened to the full Persona 5 soundtrack before, like probably a couple of years ago. And Whims of Fate sounds familiar, the name at least. I wouldn't be able to tell you what Whims of Fate sounds like, but I'll probably recognize it when I hear it. Hold on. So, I don't need any social stat ones. So there's baseball skills, which is just for like getting proficiency up there. I can unlock planetariums. Popular and obscure spots. So there's 2 spots that I can unlock in baseball skills. Meh. How'd the Okumura fight go? It went alrighty on the second go. The fact that the timer doesn't pause when dialogue is happening, and I want all the dialogue to play out, meant that I just barely wasn't able to make it in time. Like, if only the bot had, you know, self-destructed one more turn there, and then I'd given him, like, the single smackaroo I needed to give him. If the game had given me, like, 1 more minute, I probably would have been able to do it if it was 31 minutes instead of 30. But then, like, second try was a piece of cake. Especially considering I knew what to expect and skipping through dialogue. Pain. Why wouldn't dialogue just pause the timer? Because that incentivizes you to skip through the dialogue and not see what they're saying, you know? Let's train. I guess. Sure, let's do that. Alright, let's see that fighting spirit. Sure, I don't know if I'm ever gonna go to the gym and get more use out of the other proteins. I should probably just use them here anyway, but for now I still won't. I don't know. I don't know, let's begin your workout. Yeah.
Yep.
Ignore my heaviness. The weight is all in your mind. This is more fun than I thought.
Sorry.
Thought regular pull-ups weren't good enough anymore. Oops, I pushed you too hard.
Nice going.
Seems we've gained some strength. Okay.
Alright.
Bam, more HP. That looks like getting results from that protein shake too. Bam.
Well then.
Well, it's getting late. Why don't we get some sleep? Okay, I will. I'll do exactly that. Alright. Well, our rating's continuing to go down. Delayed by admin. It's Friday. Oh, it's Mr. Clean! Oh, all that speech stuff that we heard outside while we were in LeBlanc. It was him. I'm just now realizing. I thought it was Yoshida this whole time because it was a, you know, a kind of similar voice that's kind of hard to tell the difference of when, you know, it's on a microphone and has like that speaker effect. It's been him giving speeches. Gosh dang it.
Sinking ship. We have the power to change this. Let us end this chaos through my hands and yours.
We will wipe all the grime off your countertops.
Party, isn't he?
with my
I heard they're
clean
splitting up
hands.
to form a new party, so an election might come before the year's end.
I'm gonna vote this time for sure. This
An
man
election
has my
before year's
support.
end. Oh
You
yeah,
haven't voted
it's
until
definitely gonna be
now?
something big with him then.
That's problematic as a member of society, you know.
Politics just never interested me before. But this politician seems pretty amazing. He's passionate and
Oh
thinks
yeah,
of the
he's so
future.
cool.
I mean, someone like that should be prime minister. I'm definitely voting for him.
Well, I suppose that makes sense, since the other politicians seem so unreliable.
He's gonna get into power, do some nasty things, and then we're gonna go to his palace and stop him, right? That's what I'm betting right
When
now.
you say that you want us to cooperate with you, what exactly do you intend us to do?
That's a good question. But might I have a cup of coffee first?
Quit effing around!
Please keep this short.
There's a bounty for information in addition to the arrest warrant. Those are quite desperate measures. I'm referring to Sai-san's actions. I assume all of you were at your wits' end as well. She must be considerably vexed if she's gone that far. Make headlines with the arrest warrant, then use incentives to get testimonies. It's not a bad method.
The police have nothing on us. There's no way they can make an arrest.
True. I'm the only one who's ascertained your true identities. However, the groundwork for fabricating testimonies and concocting a culprit are underway.
We don't care about that self-gratification. Get on with it.
I'll be blunt. I'm thinking of triggering a change of heart in Sai-san. I've already discovered that she has a palace.
Huh? Really?
Is this to prevent the investigation agency's recklessness?
Precisely.
Still, there's no need to change her heart just for that.
Indeed. It's hard to believe that a single person can fabricate all that.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. What if I told you that those around her would turn a blind eye to false evidence?
You saying the police would do such a thing?
It seems they're more trusted than I thought. Their priority is settling the situation. They don't care who the supposed culprit is.
No!
They're completely rotten.
My objective is to find the true culprit. That must be the case for all of you too. However, the current situation is extremely bad.
If worst comes to worst, someone unrelated will be set up as the culprit, huh?
Our only solution to this is to make Sai-san come to her senses. If she's in her right mind, she can stop this situation. Her sense of justice wouldn't allow it.
So that's why...
The truth will be covered up, and an innocent civilian's life will be destroyed. I can't allow such a thing to happen. My own ethics won't stand for it.
I mean, I guess I can understand how you feel.
And changing Sai-san's heart will be to protect her as well.
How do you mean?
If the true culprit were to learn that she's responsible for the investigation, what would happen? I'm certain they'll aim for her life. She's the perfect target to place blame on the Phantom Thieves.
Hold on.
So how about it? Will you agree to my plan?
Hold on. He's being like, oh yeah, we should change her heart and help protect her before she becomes a target for like the true culprit who's causing all the mental shutdowns and stuff like that. So we better get in there and stop them from doing that. But right now, with the information the game has given us, he's a potential culprit for the one that's you know, causing the mental shutdowns and killing the shadows in the palaces. So, is this a ploy to get in there, kill the shadow, get us arrested? Because we already know that, like, the police show up and Joker gets arrested. We know that from the intro of the game. And considering Akechi followed us into the last palace and was just like, oh yeah, I got this power a month ago. Definitely not before that, when we know it was before that. And he was just like, oh yeah, I totally saw that someone else killed Okumura, and that's how I know that you all are innocent. Like, that's a little bit sketchy Akechi here, and it kind of, the impression that I'm getting here, is it sounds kind of like he's leading us into there, so that he can kill two birds with one stone by taking out Sei, and then pitting it on us. So, wait, what if, like, again, like, I promise you I'm going into this blind, so if I do, like, guess anything correctly, it's just, like, purely what evidence I've gotten here. What if, after, like, all the future stuff we've established from Okumura, that if you trigger someone's mental shutdown, like, it doesn't happen immediately, like, right at that moment that you kill the shadow. It happens sometime later, like, whenever the change of heart would be, essentially. Whenever the time runs out. So, what if, like, Say's shadow has already been killed during the future segment we've been doing this entire time throughout the whole game, like, during all the interview segments. And then once the date in the top left is all the way caught up to those future segments that we do, and it becomes the present, then Say just, like, collapses and dies in the interview room, along with Joker, or something like that, you know? She could be more sketchy if his name was Todd, and he was trying to sell you video games.
Even though you're particular about
Or get you to invest in games.
willing to get your hands dirty?
That's
It
kind
can't
of
be
what
helped
I'm
in order to
thinking here.
ascertain the truth. There is also one more merit in changing Sai-san's heart. Should be a fine warning to others not to meddle with you any further. They can't go public.
Oh,
if someone
he's-
in the investigation has a change of heart.
He's definitely
It
real
shows
bad.
corruption.
He's gonna try to
All
kill
it
Say,
takes
isn't
from
he?
there is for me to discover the identity of the true culprit.
What do you mean?
You're gonna tell us to announce our disbandment once the real culprit is arrested, aren't you?
As expected from a Nijima. So, what do you say? I don't think it's a bad deal for either of us.
Makoto, what's your take on all this?
It's a well-made plan. It even takes putting an end to our team into consideration.
I'm flattered to hear that.
Why are you willing to do all this, Akechi-kun? Why do you seek justice?
Because of sickening human beings. Yes. My contempt for such people drives my sense of justice. It isn't some grand reason like society's sake or some lofty ideal. It's simply an absurd grudge. And extremely personal.
Dude.
You know, doesn't he remind you of us?
I feel like this is hinting towards him, like, going off the deep end and, like, he's getting more suspicious by the second. I think he might be a little bit more
can't really
drastic than
explain it,
us.
But I
If he
guess
is the
it's
one
how
murderizing
some
people.
disgusting adult pissed him off.
We're similar, Maybe that's why I thought that I could ask this of you all.
No, that's probably not the
Won't you
reason why you're
cooperate
asking
with me on
us.
the mission to change Sai-san's heart.
We don't have a choice.
Thanks. I was actually rather worried there. This mission can't succeed without your cooperation, after all.
The Phantom Thieves will be disbanded, and everything will work out. I pray it does.
Mako-chan. I'm okay. I never brought it up until now, but the reason I joined the Phantom Thieves is because I wanted to change my sister's heart. I was hoping I wouldn't have to resort to it, though. I've also known for quite some time that she has a palace.
Why didn't you tell us?
It was too selfish of a reason. Though I was too scared to look any further into it on my own.
Why don't we try going there now to scope the place out? A lot of this will be new to me, so I'd like to get myself accustomed to it too.
I'm sorry, I actually have plans today.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Will you tell your sister about this? Of course not. It's just...
You seem awfully evasive today. Is something the matter?
I just can't make time today.
Let's call it a day then, and resume this tomorrow.
I'm sorry, everyone. Wasn't Makoto acting a bit weird?
I mean, this is about her sister.
Well, I guess that can't be helped. Regardless, it all starts tomorrow. I hope this goes well.
Akechi's gonna betray us, get us locked up, and in this interview, this one right here, this interrogation, not interview, this is what's gonna happen to us.
A palace? In me? Not
Yeah.
only that, Goro Akechi? The
Yeah, he's
Phantom
playing
Thieves
us.
targeted me as per his advice?
And I got arrested there.
And he had already experienced the metaverse by the time of the Okumura case? That
Well, we
can't
actually
be.
know that he
I mean,
experienced
he
it
never said
sooner,
a
and
word.
But he's lying.
Although, his attitude did change suddenly around that time. Akechi-kun kept quiet about the most important details, and my own sister may be a phantom thief? If this is all true, I was out of the loop the entire time I led the investigation. What a joke.
He is a manipulator, isn't he?
Of another's existence through the 2 mental shutdown cases. And if you were apprehended while falsely accused of those crimes, that villain would still be loose. That's why you targeted me? Not for your own preservation?
That's not all. Let's continue the story.
No. If this villain does exist and is setting up your group, I would be targeted next. Did Makoto come up with that speculation?
Maybe your shadow's already been killed. Because, you know, that would be, like, what other way would the game spin this at this point? With, like, the hints that we put together. Like, what other way could they spin it? Like, it's gotta be Akechi that, like, took out your shadow and then you're gonna die in this interview room or something, right? What are you talking about?
Perhaps I'm overthinking things. Hey! You need to keep your focus.
Sorry, just thinking about the opening of the game again.
It seems you're completely worn out, but the look on your face isn't one of defeat. Why is that?
I haven't lost yet.
I'm amazed. It seems you can still talk. When you were arrested, a man at the scene told you that you were sold out, correct? Those words normally hint at the existence of a traitor. However, if your story till now is true, one reason can be concluded. It's frustrating.
It's the only person it can be.
At a certain point, no, most likely from the start, I was a mere puppet. Someone set up only to bear responsibility later. Someone intended your arrest, and the minimal staff directly involved were in their pocket. And if that's the case, true integrity would side with you.
Sei is slowly starting to accept the truth. I feel like my bond with Sei is growing deeper. We're gonna hit rank 10 and then she's gonna die or something, right? Do I get any perks for ranking up this?
No, I'm jumping to conclusions. I don't believe your story yet. There's something I need to confirm with you. Was a change of heart triggered in me? What happened in the time between entering my palace and your arrest? Tell me everything.
Well, we got the last little bit of story until everything gets all caught up then, I guess. Starting the next palace. Whenever it's done.